Chapter 8 Human Society Under Attack, the COVID-19 Pandemic. Class in session, written on little flashcards, hangs from the doorknob with a sorry-looking rubber band scavenged from the kitchen drawers. The dining room transforms into a chemistry lab every Tuesday and Thursday with children in front of the screen with eggs and vinegar or baking soda set on the dining table. That, my friend, is what many households look like during the all too familiar COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 caught the world on the back foot. A few experts in the field had been predicting a pandemic for years, but governments and people the world over paid no heed. Initially, we started off feeling optimistic. The steps to prevent getting infected by the virus were so simple. Even a toddler could recite them. Wear a mask, wash your hands, keep a safe distance from others. Surely we could follow these instructions for a few days. Well, we got fooled twice. First, by not understanding the impact it would have on our daily lives. Second, by not anticipating how long the pandemic would continue. When our Prime Minister announced the first lockdown in March 2020, it seemed we would have to lead our lives at a slower pace for a while. It would be over in a few days, weeks at the most, and life would return to normal. The ramifications hit home rather immediately and very hard. Day by day, the news turned alarming. The number of cases and deaths kept rising. Hospitals inundated with patients, doctors, and other frontline workers falling ill by the hundreds. Then there were the empty cabinets in the kitchen. Even getting basic necessities became difficult. Bathroom cabinets, which once held soaps, shampoos, and hair oil, were now stacked neatly with hand sanitizers, disposable gloves, antiseptic wipes, and every possible kind of cleaning product. Most importantly, we started worrying about our loved ones, particularly aged parents living in a different city. How would they manage? Would we be able to reach them if the need arose? What would happen if they caught the dreaded virus? These questions plagued us day and night. These challenges brought home the sheer helplessness many felt in dealing with this pandemic. We turned to various coping mechanisms. Immunity became a priority. We exercised more, ate healthy foods. Our old hobbies of reading, photography, music, gardening, or even doing yoga, unaffected by the lockdown, came to good use. Online classes for students, video conferences among office goers, catching up with family and friends over phone calls, social media, and video chatting apps became the high points of our lives. Never before, in recent times, had so many people connected meaningfully to family, friends, colleagues, even acquaintances as they have done since 2020. In these strange and difficult times, shared anxieties were reassuring and kept us going. As weeks became months and months turned into a quarter and then half a year, we started feeling the strain of the situation. Conditions were worse for families of patients who were hospitalized or quarantined because of COVID-19. In our daily lives, we missed going to shopping centers, restaurants, theaters, even hair salons. All of these were closed for business, and some might never open their doors again. Losing their customers and clients was hurting their business, their very livelihood. Watching the news brought home to us the economic downturn the world was facing. The closure of small and big businesses affected millions of workers. Countless number of people lost their jobs. Unemployed migrant workers struggled to get home. Thousands of daily workers who eked out a living in construction and roadworks now faced a life full of uncertainty. Where would they turn to for their next meal or a roof over their head? Over 2 years have passed, and we are gradually coming out of the grips of the pandemic. Millions of people have been vaccinated, but breakouts keep occurring, affecting many those who are vulnerable. Now strains of the virus have brought new anxieties. we continue with utmost caution, hoping that one day, in the not-so-distant future, we will be able to go out without wearing face masks, hug our family and friends without fear, travel wherever we wish to, and return to our regular routine of schools, offices, and businesses running as usual. As we continue to battle against this invisible, vicious, single-stranded RNA virus, we need to pause and applaud the dedicated service rendered by the medical fraternity, especially the frontline healthcare workers, who have placed their own lives at risk every day to save people from this dreaded fever. Several thousands of these workers have been infected in the process, and sadly, many have succumbed to it. We are also incredibly proud of our scientific community for coming together and putting in uncountable hours of research to quickly develop vaccines for the virus. Timely innovations, lifestyle changes, distance learning, virtual gatherings, quick vaccine development, these will greatly influence our future. Making these benefits equitably available for the large, underprivileged section of our society is the real challenge of the day. Perhaps we needed this reset to realize that life is not only about success, development, and wealth. The pandemic comes as an urgent call to the human civilization to slow down. This is the time that we must finally stop counting our differences and come together as one.